Hello, and welcome to another episode of Donald Mackerel Gaming with me, Donald Mackerel, back for another hit or S-hit with a PS4 special. This time we've actually got two bundles that I've got to do. This is the first one. I'll be uploading the second one at a later date. It's mainly RPGs on the second one, so it's going to be a big boy. I'm going to try and keep this one relatively short. And yeah, we're going to be needing the Truth Emu on this, so brace yourselves. So luckily for the first game, we've got a genre that I'm very, very interested in. Loved it ever since I played the first game on the Mega Drive that was like this. That game was Road Rash. Road Rash 2 was fantastic. I loved them all through the series. And then there's these spiritual successors that came along. This is one of them. Road Redemption on the PS4. So, yeah, so Road Redemption... If it was on the Xbox 360 or the PS3, I could give it a pass. Like, the graphics are, they're passable. They are. They're okay. They're not bad, are they? Well, all right. The graphics are terrible. There we go. The graphics are absolutely bloody terrible. No, they're useless. For a modern system, these things shouldn't really exist at all. The other thing that I wasn't a fan of was the gameplay, like the physics on it. The physics are all over the shop. Like, you just clip the edge of something, you go flying 30 foot up in the sky, land back down, and carry on playing like, like you've hit nothing whatsoever. Stop it! So it's like you've hit nothing whatsoever. The enemy AI is useless, such as, again, they can slam into you full speed. You're the one that comes off your bike. You slam into them full speed. You're the one that comes off your bike. Everybody gangs upon you. They don't really attack each other. It's really, really poor. It's not a good game. If you can pick it up for like a couple of quid, maybe. But yeah, definitely not one that I will be wanting to play again. Go on then. Yeah, it deserved that, I suppose. And while we're on it, let's look at another motorbike game for the PS4. It's called Ride 2. So that you're not needed on this one, are you? Good. No, Ride 2. Really, really good. Really, really good game. Really enjoyed it. Tricky. It's as realistic as you can get, I would say, on a console to riding a motorbike. And I'm not good at riding a motorbike, such as I didn't even go for my test. I went for a few lessons, went, Jesus Christ, this is horrible. Fair play to you people out there that do go not only on motorbikes, but ragging up fast speeds on motorbikes, blimey heck. It's realistic and it's tricky and it's tough. There are aids on there. There's aiming aids for like getting perfect corners. There's braking assist. There's anti-wheelie controls, so it stops your bike flipping up in the air and so on and so forth. You can still rock it though if you press your brakes and you accelerate at the wrong time. You're coming off your bike. If you accidentally bump into something, you're coming off your bike, as you would do in real life. But it's so much fun. It's like, would you say Gran Turismo for bikes? Possibly. I know that we're on like Ride 5 at the moment. It's obviously a successful series. This, though, you can tell there's a lot of effort that's gone into it. I don't know what the later games are like, but yeah, I've not played Ride yet. I'm going to try it because of this. Definitely goes in the hit pile. Yeah, really, really happy. Next up is a game from a series that I'm not particularly enamoured with. So I'm just going to show you. It's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So people once told me that, like, the Assassin's Creed game, they're good if you give them a chance, blah, 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 blah. I explained that I tried Assassin's Creed. They said, no. Go straight to Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed, not very good. Assassin's Creed 2 and onwards, brilliant. I'll be honest, I tried Assassin's Creed 2, didn't really enjoy it. I tried one of the other ones, didn't really enjoy that. I've tried one of the later ones where they said that they've completely changed the formula and almost made it a simple Souls-like game, I would say, but with more RPG elements. I played Valhalla, really, really didn't like that. I thought it was just guff. So with this, I was surprised to find that it was okay. This was very much in the poorly tummy territory. Wasn't a bad game, wasn't a good game. Lots of unnecessary guff in there. Yeah, lots of complex controls for the sake of it. Just give us a simple game to play. We don't need to learn how to click this and click that and hold this button whilst pressing that and you can do this. The bloody unskippable cutscenes are still there in force, but it was more playable than any other one that I've played so far. The story, I suppose, was quite decent as well. So, yeah, only gave it a little bit of a sample. Not going to be going back to it, I'm going to be honest with you. But not S-hit. We'll put it in that category. And so, if I don't like Assassin's Creed, what am I going to think about Oh, no. No, I'm joking. I actually thought it was all right. I thought it wasn't too bad. It was better than Assassin's Creed Syndicate Watchdog. Still sits in the poorly tummy pile, though. Not a hit, not an S hit. I would say the main issues with it is it is like an electronic Assassin's Creed, i.e. you're doing everything with tech. So very sneaky, very stealthy, if you want to be, or you can be all guns blazing. The bit that I didn't like is that it also tries to incorporate like the GTA open world environment of driving cars and doing missions and whatnot. And blah. Yeah, it tried to stick its fingers in too many pies and got burnt as a result, I would say. Not for me. Again, not for me. Not a bad game, though. Not a bad game at all, but just not a hit. So yeah, dodgy tummy on Watch Dogs. So next up is a franchise that I've liked since I was a little kid. Not super geeky about it, but I know enough. And as I say, I loved it since I was a little kid. So, you know, it does hold a place in my heart. It is Star Wars. It's the Jedi Knight collection. Now, what confused me about this is, as you can see on the front, it says Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, and also Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Now, I don't know much about the franchise, but it turns out the Jedi Knight collection is bigger than these two games, and Jedi Knight 2 was the first one out of these two games, even though the second one is just called Jedi Knight. So already blagged my head, so maybe I missed a bit, because I just went straight to the second game. I went to Jedi Academy, where you create your character, you turn them into a Jedi. They're basically is it a Padawan? I think they're called Padawan. So yeah, on your first mission, the ship you're on gets like marooned and you have to fight your way out of it. Now, what I normally like about these sort of things is that they revamp all the graphics, they make the controls a bit better, blah, 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 blah. I think this came out on PC and PS2, that sort of era. Again, I'm probably wrong with that one. What I can say is they really did not improve the controls at all. The gameplay was mediocre at best. All right, the gameplay was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, the gameplay wasn't very good. So yeah, not a game for me. Can I class it as an S hit? Of its time, isn't it? It's of its time. So I would say, if I was to play it when it first came out, I'd say it was okay. At the moment, I wouldn't say it was okay, but I wouldn't say it was terrible. I would probably say that is poorly tummy territory again. So yeah, I don't understand the point of re-releasing games on modern systems and doing nothing with them, which is what they appear to have done with that, and priced it at full price when it came out as well. So movie tie-ins, we all love them. So this, from what I understand, isn't a movie tie-in. They piggybacked off the success of the films that were released at the time, thinking they'd make a few pounds off the back of it. And from what I understand, it wasn't successful, but I think they got more sales than they would have done without the film. It's Guardians of the Galaxy on the PS4, and of course it was available on other systems as well. What did I think of it though? To be honest, I enjoyed it. Humour was good. And again, it's not based on the film series. So I suppose there's a large portion of people that will go there because of the film series. I know nothing about the comic books whatsoever. But from what I understand, this is fairly loyal to the source material, to the comic books. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy on the PS4, really fun. I wouldn't call it an RPG. It classes itself as an RPG. It's not really. Like an action platformer, 3D action platformer. Yeah, just really good fun. Like, good to have long sessions on. I played it for about 40 minutes without stopping, and at no point did I ever sort of go, oh God. It just, yeah, kept chugging along. Really, really good. But I can also imagine it being a pick up and play. I just go in, bang, kill some sort of big enemy, come back out, no worries. I could easily play that for a couple of hours and not get bored, and that's a good game for me. So yeah, I'm going to put Guardians of the Galaxy in the hit pile. So second one of the day, blooming heck. Now, the next game, I can't fault it because it's my problem. I built it up in my head. I love everything that this studio makes. Well, almost everything. I like most of the titles that they put out there anyway, and especially some of the franchises, like some of the bigger franchises that have made it. This, from what I understand, is an offshoot of one of their franchises. It's called Kamiwaza Way of the Thief. So, yeah, it's a little bit like Tenchu. It's a little bit like Way of the Samurai, I think it was called. I've got quite a few of the games on that one. Yeah, it's a little bit like both of those, but it's also bizarre. It's like almost Tony Hawk's-ish. So while you're stealing things, you have to link together combos and do moves to get more points and that sort of stuff. It was all right. Again, this was what we were talking about before. This was a PS2 game. I think it was only released in Japan. Might be wrong there. Might have been other countries. Definitely no, didn't make it over to Europe. So it got a PS4 port. They've not done much with it, sadly. You know, they've not improved the controls. The camera is still very, very wonky. Very wonky. The amount of times I was getting caught out simply because the camera would just flip behind me and put it in a weird position where you can't really see what you're doing. Some of the stealth mechanics could have been done better as well. But it's all right. It's not a bad game. So I'm going to put that firmly in the poorly tummy category, which is disappointing because I really, really, really wanted to like that one. Now, the next game that I've tried, I got told this is a follow-up to a game. I don't know which one or what. You guys will be able to help me. I've been told it's a follow-up to a game, but it's a simplified version of it because people thought the first game was too difficult, so they've made this one quite kidsy. So I thought, probably going to enjoy that one. Yeah, it's Kronos Before the Ashes. So it says it's an atmospheric RPG. Is it? It's not, is it? It's not an atmospheric RPG. I would probably class this as a Souls-like game, would you? All right, well, it tries to be a Souls-like game, doesn't it? But it's just not very good at being one. Yeah, it's like Dark Souls for kids, basically, but really, really bad, really repetitive, really, really shockingly poop. Yeah, go on, you can have that one. Really, really shockingly poop. The story is useless. It follows the Dark Souls thing of not really giving you much information, making you work it out on your own. But what it does give you is blown up and tripe and just, oh God, the controls are bad, the enemies are bad, the graphics are awful. What the hell is this doing on a PS4? So yeah, definitely goes in the S hit pile. Oh God, the final game from the pile. We all know that I love my anime and giggling schoolgirls. It's Sakura Wars, so take that out of your mouth. Great game. Great game. I don't know what the hell has happened to me. So yeah, I've not become some sort of weird hanging around the school playground type of chap. But oh my God, it is what it looks like. It is very much focused on the Japanese schoolgirl sort of trope. But it's I can't give away too much about the plot, but it's very, very bizarre. It's about basically a fighting force, an all-female fighting force, bar you. You're the one man in the entire blooming game, it seems to be. But it's an entire female fighting force. Some of them seem to have their Norks out on show quite a bit, and you can buy DLC to get costumes that get those Norks even more out on show. They are also all right, don't be so dramatic. They are also a theatre group. So in between fighting demons that are trying to take over Tokyo, they put on plays. Now, they're not good at either of them, and it's your job to come in and make them a better fighting unit and a better theatre production company. I know, it sounds absolutely bananas. I don't know how to class it as well, because it's got light RPG elements in it, very light RPG elements in it. Really good fighting sections, which saved it for me, because it took me an hour and a half to get to the first fight, which I didn't even know was in there. You know, I saw it was classed as an RPG, and I thought eventually there's going to have to be a fight, and there was, and it was good, and it was fun, and it was challenging, which I really liked. So yeah, but before that, not going to lie, and this is what's going to put everybody off. If you can churn through it though, it's really, really worth it. It's what's called a graphic novel. So you are literally, it's like watching a cartoon, only you're just clicking to get to the next screen and the next screen and the next screen, which normally I hate. Bizarrely though, I found myself quite enamoured with the story. It was very, very childlike, very simple. And yeah, I just thought it was funny. There were some genuinely funny bits in there that just made me chuckle to myself. I think it might be tongue-in-cheek, I would say. I can't imagine it. If it is a serious game, oh my word, they got problems. But yeah, a graphic novel, also with dating simulator elements in it. So it's all about these women that you're meant to be their captain. They're meant to be working for you or under you, and all you are trying to do is get in their pants. It's bizarre. So that bit of it, not for me, going to be honest with you, but the actual gameplay, everything else outside of that was that good that it's turned this into a hit. I'm going to be honest with you, I've gone out, I've bought all the DLC just because I don't know what it is, and it's on sale on the January sales at the moment. It's fantastic, really, really good. And I think I only paid about, like, I don't know, was it a tenner? Was it less? I can't remember. I didn't pay much for it whatsoever. And again, all the DLC come to like £5 or something. So yeah, really, really chuffed to get that. Never, ever, ever heard of it. Never heard anybody talking about it. And it might have opened up a new world of games for me. And I don't mean like giggly Japanese schoolgirl games. I just mean like graphic novels and that sort of thing. And dare I say it, the story-driven games, which normally make me go absolutely bananas. That one, blummin' loved it. So Sakura Wars, go and get it. Honestly, it's fantastic. So that's my little collection. Quite glad that only 2 of them got sent to the bin. Was it 2 or was it 3? I don't know, there was only 2 or 3, weren't there, that I thought was terrible. But yeah, Road Redemption was bad. Ride 2 was great, really, really good. Guardians of the Galaxy was fun. Kamiwaza, Kronos, yeah, so it was only 2. There was only 2 games that I thought were poor. Everything else was either, yeah, it's all right, or really, really good. So very, very happy with my little PS4 bundle today. If you've played any of them, or if you think differently to me, or if you think the same, just whack your stuff in the comments. I hate to do this bit, but please do subscribe if you enjoy my videos. Gone on a bit of a lull at the moment. Not many people are subscribed. Lots of people watching. Not many people subscribing. I think it says like 85% of the people that watch my videos are unsubscribed viewers. And some of them repeat as well. So it's bizarre. And also, quite strangely, don't know what's wrong with my voice. Apparently, over 25% of you have to put subtitles on in English. I am English. This is English. I don't know. It just made me laugh. I was like, these are weird statistics. But please do like, subscribe, and no, don't share. Don't share it with anybody. People will just think you're weird, especially with that Sakura Wars thing. Yeah, but anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. Please do pop some stuff down in the comments. All helps with the algorithm. And I've been Donald Mackerel from Donald Mackerel Gaming. See you all again soon. Cheers, everybody.